Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Femmes podcast. I am one half of your host today, Carly.
And I am the other half of your host today, Liz.
And today, you might be wondering, why are there only two of you? Meg is traveling today, and we are recording a bonus episode that is, well, I guess not a bonus for you, but a bonus for us because we've already recorded one this week.
Yeah.
We're trying to get ahead. We're trying to get ahead on recording. So yeah, Meg is traveling and she said we could record one, just the two of us. So here we are. We are going to talk about a topic that is, I don't know, I guess more us. More about us. Yeah.
And also we just really like to yap.
We really do. We were just kind of like talking for like 30 minutes before recording. And then at one point we were like, oh wait, save it for the pod. So what do we want to get into first?
Oh, today I think we should get into masking. That's the subject I'm ready to talk about.
Masking. Oh, wait, first we want first we wanted to do a new segment. New segment
we
first.
have a new segment, and our new segment is hot take of the day. So Carly,
hot take of the day.
What's your hot take of the day?
Here, wait, I need to do the
I love that.
Everybody love that sound effect. I'm in the sound booth today, guys. I'm in the sound booth. Is that a Twilight mug?
It is. This is the mug of the century, okay? This is the mug of a Killer Bella. It's my coffee mug. Sometimes I have wine in it.
I love that. That's iconic.
I love it. Yeah, it's my favorite.
Who's your favorite?
This mug is just my favorite thing.
I thought you were picking whether you were Team Edward or Team Jacob.
Look, Team Edward and Team Jacob can be a whole episode.
That could be a whole episode. I frankly think my take on your Twilight take. We don't know if hot take's going to be a new segment. We're just kind of like trying it out. We're just like kind of shooting the shit today. I don't know why there was ever a Team Edward and Team Jacob. So I wasn't in like the initial crew of watchers. I was a little too young when it came out. I had like older cousins who were into it, but I watched it like 10 years ago. And I was like,
quintessential experience.
It is. And I used to be embarrassed of it, and now like I'll put it on the background and watch it. Anyway, I'm not embarrassed about it.
My friends and I have made a drinking game out of it, and we watch it on one of my friends. Her name's Kayla. On her birthday, we do like a Twilight marathon, which her birthday's coming up soon. Happy birthday, Kayla. We do a Twilight marathon, and we drink every time we cringe. So we're already drunk halfway through the first movie.
You're drunk 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
It is actually really cringe. Yeah, I'm glad they've gone on to do other projects, but like their work in that is, I would not say Oscar winning.
No.
I like the
Had to think about how harsh I wanted to make my no.
But yeah, my Twilight take is that I don't know why there was ever a Team Jacob. No offense to Jacob lovers out there, but she kisses him like one time and then punches him in the face when Edward's away. And I'm kind of like, and she only did it to like make him jealous, I guess. I didn't really understand that part. She was kind of crashing out in the second movie. She was depressed. Anyway, that's my take on Twilight, is that I don't know why there was a Team Jacob, because she like very clearly wants to be with the vampire.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway.
I have so many Twilight takes that I guess I could have. I mean,
talk about the CGI baby.
Please. I was just about to say, I think my Twilight take of the day is, why the fuck is her name Renesmee? And if that's a spoiler for any of you, get real.
There's no whatever. Okay, sorry. Spoiler ahead. Their kid's name is Renesmee. Isn't it because it's their mom's names combined?
Yeah,
like one is the name of Renesmee.
I hate it. It's so stupid. But okay, actually, to expand on that take is Jacob was imprinted on her fucking baby.
Oh, that's grooming. Yeah, that's creepy. Well, isn't Stephenie Meyer, is it Meyer or Myers? I forget. Isn't she like a Mormon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There were like some creepy religious things in there.
Yeah. he imprinted on her baby basically the first time he saw it, so it was still an infant, even though she's like half vampire or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
And he's
I,
like, we can't control it. It's a wolf thing.
so what? The initial attraction he ever had to Bella was because he wanted one of her eggs.
That's weird.
Yeah, now make
Weird
that make
shit.
sense. That's my take. Is that's fucking weird.
That's your
And if you,
Twilight take.
my Twilight take is the baby thing was weird.
The baby thing was weird. There's a lot of things that were weird in that movie.
100%.
Also, Kristen Stewart, I have to say, Kristen Stewart, you've gone on to do better projects. However,
Yes.
the
Actually,
weird the
I'm kind
weird
of
pauses
obsessed
in
with her now.
speaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hi,
Yeah.
gay icon.
Yeah. I have like the gayest crush on her.
Yeah.
She's really
But
done
yeah,
well for herself now.
she would do like weird pauses in speaking if you watch Twilight. If you take a drink every time she does a weird pause, you'll be
You'd be dead.
hospitalized. You'll be dead. Um, well, speaking of, so we were gonna do hot takes. We'll see if this segment is done another time or if this is just stupid. But related, I would guess say we were talking about the baby thing, parenting. I
Yes.
have a
Yeah.
hot take as someone who's not a parent about parenting. Get ready to be mad at me. Um, people, okay, I'm gonna say this. And I'm not gonna be nice about it. Um, people putting emojis on their kids' faces to post, and I'm saying to post on a private Facebook or Instagram that has friends and family. You are not a celebrity. You are not a celebrity. That is my hot take today. My hot, and like digital privacy, sure, but like don't post the photo. If you care about privacy, don't post the photo. Because you're still giving away like what you're doing, your location, you're giving away a bunch of other things. So putting the emoji on the kid's face is literally just saying, I am so good at being a parent. I am so evolved. I care about digital privacy and I am being a really, really good parent. It is saying nothing other than I want people to know I'm a good parent and I want to put like you're posting the photo for no other reason other than you would like to just show that you're doing a good job and that you think that you're like evolved and super good at being online. That's my hot take, and I believe that's one of the hotter takes I've shared online.
I think it's a pretty hot take, but as someone I've briefly touched on the fact that I'm a parent, I won't say much more than that because I don't want to. As a parent, I think it's ridiculous to post your kids online, period. Now, again, it is completely up to you as an individual and your level of privacy, your level of wanting to protect your children. But the reality is we live in a sick, disgusting world.
Mhm.
You shouldn't be posting your children on the internet. And to expand on even just you saying the emojis on the face, that bothers me too. Because if you feel the need to hide your child's privacy enough to put an emoji over the face, why are you not just point blank, full stop, protecting the privacy of your child by not posting them?
Like just don't post it.
Yeah,
That's what
just
I'm saying.
don't.
What I'm saying is that my hot take is not really so much about like the posting or not posting. It's that when you're posting, you're like it's performative, you know? Like
Yeah, it
if
is.
you
It's like, look at
actually cared
me.
about yeah, it's like if you actually cared about the privacy, you just wouldn't post or like post the back of their head and not use an emoji. But you are deciding to put a ginormous weird emoji on a photo of your kid's face, which is actually in fact drawing more attention to your kid's body, by the way, in the photo.
Yeah, also, people use AI for the dumbest shit. They will
Yeah.
literally ask AI to put together you and your partner's face to see what your potential child looks like. And then I have legitimately seen people getting upset because people have done that and they're like, wow, that looks exactly like my baby. Why would you do something creepy like that? Nope. Why did you post your child in a picture with you if that was what you were worried about?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when I mention being a parent, a lot of people are shocked. Why are they shocked? Because they don't see pictures of my child on the internet.
Yeah, and I mean, we have public accounts. Well, mine's private now, but there are
Yeah.
23,000 people there. So I'm not
Yeah. It's a
sharing
lot of people.
yeah, I'm not sharing super personal stuff there. I mean, I think I've given the illusion of sharing more of my life than people think. Like I've posted wedding photos, but I'm also like I had a wedding website. You like that
Yeah.
was available anyway. So and like people know the state I live in.
Yeah.
But like I've given the illusion of giving people more of a of a glimpse into my life, but I did post the other day. I was like, hey, you know about 1% of my life that is happening.
And that's it.
People were acting parasocial, and I was like, hey, you have seen what I've wanted you to see. But yeah, but
Exactly.
that's my hot take on the parenting thing. It's like post your kids or don't post them. And I don't have kids. So obviously, grain of salt, you can hate my take for that reason alone. But um, I personally would be fine. My Facebook has like 100 people. I have a pretty big family. I would be fine posting on like Facebook or Instagram on a private account. I would never post publicly. Um, but also like people's opinions can change. I just think it's ridiculous to be like, I care about privacy and
Yeah.
then like just post it, like don't post, just don't post it. That's the
If you
part that
actually care about
irks me.
privacy.
That's the part that irks me. And then this part's like a little bit more selfish, but part of my hot take too is um I'm childless right now and I'm having a lot of friends have kids. It's like just that age people are getting married and having kids. And my feed is becoming emojis. Um and you are not owed access to anyone's kid, you're not owed anyone's thing, but like post a picture of a tree then. My feed is becoming like this performative stream of photos where in which people are sharing their lives but also covering up 50% of the image. And I'm like, just post a selfie of you or like post what you're doing, like post a picture of the ice cream truck. You don't need to post a picture of like the headless kid now holding an ice cream cone. But like
Yeah.
it does feel in a certain way like I don't know. And I've had some friends who have made it feel more like this, but I have felt lately like some people are like gatekeeping parenting in a weird way. Again, not
Yeah.
that I'm owed anyone's pictures, not saying that. I am saying though that my feed is becoming like emojis and people who are only like sharing a little bit of their lives. And it's just kind of like, I don't know.
But getting mad when you inquire about more.
I don't even inquire about more. I'm just like,
Not you.
oh,
I'm
it's
saying
fun.
like
But like,
people are
yeah,
getting mad when other people are more curious and they want more information because people are only sharing micro bits of their life. Which, I mean, I also only share micro bits of my life.
yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
fine. I mean, like, you're not sharing stuff on your public accounts, but like,
nope,
we
never.
follow each other's private accounts. You know, I
Yeah.
share more on my private account. Like,
Yeah.
I just, it kind of makes me sad.
Yeah.
And I think like as someone who like wants to be a parent one day too, for some reason it's just made me like sad. Like I'm scrolling in my feed and it's just a bunch of emojis and I'm like my friends are having these amazing experiences. We've been friends for years and like they're not willing to share it or like they're willing to share parts of it but only the parts like that are like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing, but here's like a ginormous emoji on it." Anyway,
No, I get it. I get
that's
it.
my
I
take.
get it.
Yeah.
That is
For
a
some
hot take.
reason in a weird way it's like performative and so I'm immediately just like, "Oh, damn, like I would love to be sharing in this. Like text a photo. Text a photo to close friends."
Yeah, yeah. Don't, I mean, like, don't share
Which I
with the
have had
public
friends
eye
do.
for
I have
sure.
had friends do, for the record.
Yeah. Don't share with
But
the
yeah.
public eye when it comes to like close friends and family. Why are you not wanting to share? Like your support system is so important.
Yeah. Like my husband only has like 60 Facebook friends. So we were talking about it the other day and we were like, yeah, we'd be okay like sharing photos of kids on Facebook. Anyway, I think to each their own. I respect parents' decision to share or not share photos of their kids. However, if you're gonna share a photo, commit. That's
Yeah.
my take.
Commit to the bit.
That's my TLDR. If you're gonna share a photo of your kid, commit. If you want to do the whole privacy thing, don't share it at all.
I agree.
Anyway, da 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 da. Hot take.
Hot take.
What's your hot take, Liz?
My hot take recently has been all this weather argument. Okay. Like
Weather?
there was a heat wave
Oh yeah,
in like the UK and Europe. And then I mean, there's also been another heat wave in the US now as well, but
there is
in the
one now. It's
UK,
disgusting.
yeah, and in the UK and Europe specifically, all this bullshit that I see all the time anyway of people saying like, oh, it's only 38 Celsius, which is what, like 90
A billion
something,
degrees.
90 something Fahrenheit. And they're like, it's not even that
Exactly.
hot. It's called the summertime. Why are you complaining? Blah, blah. Okay, first of all, shut up. As someone that
Oh,
has,
I thought you were gonna complain about the like complaining about the heat, not the people complaining about the complainers.
No, I'm complaining about the complainers because shut
Okay.
up. Like, absolutely sit down and shut up. Because as someone that has lived in the southern US and in the UK for different lengths and different times in my life, the South is hot and the UK and Europe are typically cold. So when it is 38 degrees or even 32 degrees Celsius in the UK or Europe,
Mhm.
that is hot. Those houses are built to keep heat in. They're made out of brick. They're built to be insulated to keep the heat in because
And
that's what was typically needed.
yeah. And these are
Just
the
like
people who, like, in Texas, when it snows a quarter of an inch, they close
they
down all
freak
the
out.
schools and the roads because they don't know what to do.
Literally, my home state in the southern US, if there's a flurry spotted in the sky, the entire state shuts down. Why? Because they're not equipped. Like, we're not
Yeah.
equipped to deal with snow or cold.
Not every
So,
area is equipped to deal with every single, what's
yeah,
it, meteorological event.
it's so annoying. And everybody's like, oh, it's just the summer. Oh, it's a heat wave. Get over. You know what? No, get over yourself. Shut up. Let people complain, bro. Let people,
Don't
if
live
they're
in the
hot, let
summer.
people
Don't
complain.
live in the summer if you don't want to see the sun. Don't live on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, so sorry about the global warming that nobody can control.
Which, by the way,
Shut up.
global warming was like poor branding. They rebranded to climate change because people were like, why is it called global warming when it's still cold in the winter? And they were like, oh God, we've done a terrible thing.
We've fucked
Um,
up.
and then they have Trump being like, it's not even that hot. It's very normal. He's like, it was so cold when I went outside today. They're calling it global warming. And it's just like,
You forgot to fall asleep in the middle of talking.
oh yeah, that was Trump like 10 years ago, initially campaigning.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when he was what, 70?
Yeah, instead of 80 and shitting
80?
himself, but that's besides the point. My hot
Yeah.
take is to
Your hot take is about hot.
my hot take is about hot.
It's a
It's
literal hot take.
a literal hot take. Yeah, just shut up about the weather and people complaining about it because people that are not built for the heat are allowed to complain if they're hot, and people that are not built for the cold are allowed to complain that they're fucking cold, man. And being in like two like polar opposite
Mhm.
weather areas in my life, I have respect for people in the South that can deal with those weather conditions, and I have respect for people in the UK and Europe that can deal with those weather conditions because it's not easy no matter what. And
Mhm.
like the times that I have lived, like when I've been in the southern US and the times where I have been in the UK, like it's incredibly different. It's incredibly different. I like if I was like in the UK, I would kill for some AC. If I was in Alabama, I would kill for better heat. Like or no
Mhm.
snow. Actually, I love the snow. It shuts down the whole fucking city, so you don't have to do anything.
I love the snow too.
But
It be raining in the UK. I went there many years ago,
yeah,
on a trip, and man, it be raining. I love the rain personally. I would love to live there.
yeah, my brother actually recently moved to Seattle, and he's very open and very proud about it. So I don't feel bad talking about it or anything. And he literally just has that perfect weather all the time, like that gloomy, like rainy but perfect temperature kind
I love how
of.
we're like, it's just the perfect temperature. It's so gloomy. No, that is though. That is like the perfect weather. I love
Yeah,
just like cracking open the patio door, listening to the rain.
yeah.
I love
So
that. Hot take,
those
and
are
you did
hot
a literal
takes.
hot take.
I did a literal hot take.
Literal hot take.
I
Dun, dun,
like the
dun,
hot
dun.
take segment. We should have a hot take segment.
I'm interested to hear
Just
Meg's hot take during our
oh
next recording.
yes, I can't wait to ask what her hot
It's
take
fun.
is. I hope it's man
Um,
hating.
but yeah, that was hot takes. Wow, that took 20 minutes.
Shit.
And well, anyway, great episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
So
Boom.
anyway, the topic. Liz
Yes.
previewed it earlier. We were going to talk about masking. Um, do we want to start with, so we are both also ADHD women. So oftentimes this topic was born because frequently I'll post, I don't know, you've probably posted and gotten this before. I'll post about masking for like viruses and public health, and people will go, why are you telling autistic people to mask? Or like, I thought this was about autistic masking. And I'm like, I used a mask. Anyway, I've had to use mask, like the mask emoji now, anytime I post about it, because otherwise people think that I'm being ableist. Anyway, I think we're going to talk about both types today. Which would you like to start with?
I say let's start with like medical, like N95 masking.
Okay, cool. And we both have similar experiences, but we both work. So I work remotely for my job. I'm an art director, and Liz, you have had a different experience during the start of the
Yes.
pandemic.
Yes, working directly in a hospital in an acute med surge unit during the height of COVID.
Crazy.
That was insane.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome, but God, I never want to do it again.
No, I know it's
Never.
it was terrible. I One of my mother-in-laws was a nurse. She's retired now. But she did oncology nursing, and during the pandemic, like, it was devastating. Like, a nurse went home from her floor and didn't return the next day. They had to check on her, and like
We had that
she had
so
died.
much too. Yeah, that's so. I just got like full body goosies
I know,
because
yeah, that's just
yeah,
it
like
was terrible. It was just
yeah, it was a dark time anyway. I mean, like it was scary for everyone, whether you were working in healthcare or not. It was a terrifying time because we didn't know anything, but especially like being in the thick of it. Not to make this like, oh my god, about me,
oh
but
no,
being
no,
in the thick
it's
of it,
literally about you. It's a podcast.
true. Actually, this is about me. um, it was crazy. I mean, people leaving work, people not coming back because they themselves got so sick because they had to work in the thick of it as well. And just the amount of patients that we lost all over the hospital just because of cross contamination or just because of COVID in general. It was terrible. And because of that, to this day, in public, I still mask. Like at home, obviously not. Around close family and friends, unless my friends have been sick, obviously not. But in public, absolutely. I mean, not only because I have a chronic illness and I am more susceptible, like just in general, like watching and seeing and witnessing and being part of that horror, like, no thanks. I would rather wear a mask. And like, people act crazy about people that still wear masks in public, and I think that's ridiculous because you look at countries like
Yeah,
South
who
Korea,
done
North
it?
Korea, like Japan, China. They mask when they have a cold. They mask all the time in public, and guess what? They don't get sick as much.
There's
It's
a
crazy how that
culture of
works.
there's a culture of care and community in those countries that it's just expected that you will wear a mask for your fellow man, and
And they get
like,
less sick. Like,
yeah, which is, it's just really crazy to me. And I have this say, so I obviously I didn't work in healthcare. I can't deal with fluids. Props to you for being able to deal with like humans who are sick. Not for me. um I was in college at the start of the pandemic. Yeah. So that was not fun, but also I still, same situation, I mask everywhere I go. We have like a small group of close family who still mask. Only on my side though. My husband's family, they do not mask anymore. There was like a weird period, and I'm sure you experienced this too. I think it was like 2022, 2023. There was a drop off. There was like the initial drop off of people. I mean, a lot of MAGA people never wanted to wear a mask. And then there
yeah,
was kind of like a drop off period where like, and I hate that I'm politicizing it, but it was politicized.
just
Um, it was.
call it what it
Um,
is because that's
it
exactly what
shouldn't have been, but it
happened.
was. So like a lot of conservatives dropped off, and then I'd say like more moderate people, and I was actually surprised and really sad that I found out that a lot more of my family leaned conservative than I think even they thought. Um, Online, I often see them called like blue MAGA. Um,
Yeah,
people who
I've
are
been
like
seeing that term a lot lately.
liberal, and in my mind, that term has applied to relatives who loved Obama and hate Trump, and they like do the whole no kings thing, but they also stopped masking in 2022 or 2023. Um, and that makes me really sad. Um, yeah, I wrote about it on my Substack. I think it's, I mean, yeah, my mom's family doesn't take it seriously. I don't speak to anyone on my dad's side, but it's just, I mean, my mom has four siblings. Like, we have a large family, and some are conservative, some are, I mean, supposedly not conservative, but they've done some very conservative things as of late. Anyway,
They're not conservative.
and these are the, and like, it's so, I have family who like will crowdfund and raise money for people in their community and like try to act like activists, but then will also turn around and like mock us for masking. Do you know? Like
Right.
the people who are nice but not kind. The
Yeah.
people who are like fake nice, but like when it comes down to it are not actually empathetic or caring people.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all know those types of people. So I think the pandemic really illuminated some of those relationships in my life, and some of, like, as I was writing this article for my Substack, I was like, oh, these people were like never respectful toward us. This
Right.
pandemic has just illuminated existing problems. So
Hmm.
part of me is like grateful that this all
Yeah.
happened.
I
I go
agree.
for
Like,
like, yeah,
it definitely, like, I mean, as a lot of big life changes will do, it brings out the people that genuinely are your friend or genuinely care about you.
exactly. Yeah. And I think there was this whole like we're all in this together vibe at the start of the pandemic. Like my husband's family, we would like Skype with them and play like virtual games together.
Yeah.
We got like really, we weren't married at the time. But we had to do long distance for a year and a half, and that was like fully long distance. We didn't do any trips to see each other. We didn't like see each other in person at all. And so we took it really seriously and continue to. And his family was like, wow, you guys like really have the whole long distance thing down. Like they like just did not understand how we did it. Um,
Love is love, man.
yeah, and they like took it seriously up until a point, and then they just like didn't want to Skype anymore. They stopped wanting to join calls. They stopped asking to FaceTime at holidays. Um, like on my husband's birthday, he had to like ask them if they would call him on his last
That's
birthday.
crazy. That's crazy.
Insane. Anyway, but yeah, I just feel like the pandemic really highlighted a lot of the existing cracks in relationships, which I'm grateful for. But on the other hand, it's like very lonely to still be masking.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because people give you such a hard time for it. Such
They
a
do.
hard time. And for what? Because what do you care? Why does it matter to you what I'm doing for my health?
Yeah.
Um, and like, I've caught flack for it as well. But okay, so to put it in really big perspective, um, I didn't get diagnosed with POTS until after I had had COVID. And so I and my cardiologist, so this is not just me talking out of my ass. I and my
I
cardiologist
hate that we have
fully,
to say that. I hate that we have to say it.
yeah, we
Like
shouldn't have
long COVID,
to.
yeah. Like long COVID activated one of my dad's rare cancers he had 30 years ago. And like the
Yeah,
doctors
it's a thing.
literally said that's what happened. And we have family who are like, oh, but like, is it really COVID?
Like, yes, it is. It's that fucking serious. Like, I did obviously like I've been in a cardiologist since I was 13 years old. I had pre-existing issues. I had the genetic makeup and the markers for having dysautonomia or POTS. But my cardiologist and several of the other doctors that I saw in this amount of time when I was getting diagnosed, they told me that it was born because I had long COVID. Long COVID affected me so much that it awakened that level of dysautonomia in me. I
Mhm.
already had some of the markers. We were already doing the work to, try to help mitigate and make my symptoms better. Because the thing about POTS is you can have medication, absolutely, but it's about lifestyle changes. And 9 times out of 10, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you follow those lifestyle changes to a T or you take your beta blocker because that's basically all you can have that helps POTS is a beta blocker to help the tachycardia. Um, you're still going to get a flare. And because of that, that's why I mask. Because you know what? If I get sick, I immediately flare. And anybody tuning in that also has like a chronic illness like dysautonomia, POTS, anything like that, long COVID, ME, like CFS, like anything like that, feel free to comment or whatever your experience is, because I know that if you get sick and you have any of those things, you're immediately going to flare and you feel 10 times worse. How easy is it to just put a mask on? It's not. It's not. And if somebody tries to tell you that like you look goofy, you look stupid, so
We've had people cough on us. I'm
oh my
sure
god,
you've had this too.
have you been spat at?
Have not been spit on yet.
Yeah, I've been spit towards
Fucking crazy.
twice. Like
That's
and
crazy. Do you want to
yeah,
say where you were traveling at the time or where you were based? Because I've had it exclusively in the US.
I was in the US. It was when I was in the southern US. Because
Cool.
I actually, one of the first times that I fully traveled to the UK was right at the end of lockdown for COVID.
Okay.
So I had to get the vaccine for flying. I'm not anti-vax. I just want to put that out there. I'm not anti-vax at all. I did not want to get the COVID vaccine. I was afraid of the COVID vaccine. Not I wasn't afraid of it for everybody else. I was afraid of it for myself because I had heard a lot of studies, especially with women that had ADHD that took Adderall and had chronic illnesses, which I was beginning to experience, that it makes it worse and it can make it come on even more. So that's why I was afraid of
I
it for
think
myself.
healthy skepticism was normal. I think what was not normal was people talking out of their asses with no medical or any type of like scientific research background saying, "Don't get it, it's got 5G."
Oh,
Which it sounds like
girl.
you were not doing. I think healthy skepticism for any medical procedure is totally fine.
Yeah.
However, there are people now refusing the vitamin K shot for their kids. Kids are
Uh,
dying. Kids are dying, Kim.
I can get on a whole soapbox about that because people denying vitamin K for their children and then their child dying, that is tragic no matter what. I understand your pain. You did that. You
Literally. And
need vitamin K.
girl, don't make me switch the episode because I will.
I
Don't
will
make me switch
soapbox
the
this so hard.
episode.
But
Because no,
so
literally, like, okay, I'm gonna get my soapbox for a second because I feel
yeah,
like
go ahead,
this
please.
is like a PSA. I think this is important.
Yeah,
Babies are born with a vitamin K deficiency. It is nothing anybody did wrong. It is nothing you can like cure in utero. There's no supplements. There's nothing you can take or put in your body. If you are the uterus haver and you are carrying the child, there's nothing you can do. Babies are just born with a vitamin K deficiency. And so
just how it
when they
is.
come out, doctors, after they weigh them and they swaddle them for you, they give them a vitamin K shot and they ask the parents first. And people are so anti vax now that people are declining just a shot that has a vitamin in it. It's
A
not a
vitamin,
vaccine, it's a vitamin to give them the vitamin K they need. And so babies are
and that
dying.
is vital in the first 2 weeks of your baby's life. That's coming from a medical professional. Like,
Medical
please get the
professional.
vitamin K shot for your baby.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that that type of anti-vax is very harmful. And like the people who were like, it's 5G, the government's going to put a tracker in my butt. Do you understand how big the needle would have to be, you dipshit?
Literally. Also, if they wanted to do that, they would have already done it.
Yeah.
For all we know,
They're
they
like, they're
already
going to
have.
put 5G in my body. You say as you hold your phone 2 inches from your
Your
face
hand computer.
and give the government your location services.
Literally. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was nervous
Anyway,
about getting the COVID vaccine shot for myself for multiple reasons. I did it anyway. I had to fly, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. I did not get any boosters because I didn't want to. So there's that. But
you're still masking though. Like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
still masking. So I mean, to me, it's like if you're making medical decisions for yourself, that's cool. But
Mhm.
like when you start making those decisions for me, and I
For
think the
other people,
pandemic
yeah.
is like exactly like you haven't wanted to get boosters, that's totally cool. I've gotten
Mhm.
all the boosters.
Yeah, and
So
I don't. That's cool.
I have 5G piping through my veins. It's like cheese and 5G in there.
Yeah,
Um,
we actually you have what is it? It's like you have like fiber. It's past 5G. You have like fiber.
oh, probably.
Yeah. You're like ultra
I get a
fast.
satellite dish that grows out of my head. Anyway, got a lot of I have fiber internet now. I have Ethernet.
You are the Ethernet. Just plug
I
into
am
you and we're good.
Anyway, I've had so many vaccines. I am the internet at this point. Um
Yeah.
and yeah, but we both still mask. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you better be wearing a respirator everywhere you go because your medical
Literally.
decisions should not have any impact on my health. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the phrase? Your right to punch me in the face stops where my nose ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like you have every right to your bodily autonomy, but when your autonomy affects mine and takes away my right,
Hmm.
it's no longer a freedom. You no longer have that. And I think that that's what's upset me most about this pandemic is like I've had family members who got us sick.
Oh, yep.
And
Same.
who didn't feel bad about it.
Yep. Same.
Never apologized, never felt bad. My dad was in the hospital for 3 months. He has 2 different types of stage 4 cancer, and we had family who sent flowers and then got us sick. Um I will never forgive those relatives.
Of course
Um
not. It's so inconsiderate, and it's such a small thing to do. Like, I don't care if you feel like the pandemic was stupid. I don't care if you feel personally, legitimately. I do not give a shit if you think that masking still is stupid. There are people out there, if they got COVID today, they would die from it, or they could die from it, or whatever, because they're that sick,
yeah.
or they're coping with the current illness or disease that they have. But if they were to get something like COVID or the flu, they would be very ill and potentially die as well. Like, so the people that think it's stupid to mask still, like, whatever, it's also free to keep your opinion to yourself. One of my favorite things that I
Yo,
keep seeing
say
Carmen
it
say is that's an
again.
inside thought.
That's an
That's an
inside thought. I said that to
that's an
someone on
inside
Threads the other day. And the guy, he replied to me, he goes, and now it's an outside one. Dude,
Yeah, but that was the point I was making.
I was like, okay, buddy. I've just started saying okay, little buddy to men on the internet. They get really upset.
They do, Little Buddy or Champ. I had an idiot that
Hey,
I
bud.
called out on my threads the other day. I called him a rock star. They really love that. They really love when you call them rock star.
Or if you hit him up with a hey bud, that's okay. You're having
Yeah,
some big feelings right now.
yeah. Oh, that's some really big feelings there, Champ. You want to talk about them? No?
Hey,
Mm.
take a time out, bud. Seems like you're having some emotions. Yo, toxic masculinity is a whole ass episode.
Oh,
Anyway,
multi-tiered episode.
that's a 10-part series.
Yeah.
That's season 2. Anyway. um but yeah, see, and I mean, like, we're talking about it right now. Like, we've made different decisions as far as vaccinations, but like, we wear masks and our decisions don't become other people's problems. And I think that
Yeah.
is like the crux of the issue. I also think it's wild. My mom works in healthcare. She is not like a doctor or nurse. She works, she's like a nursing support. She does design for a nursing magnet program at a hospital. And pre COVID-19 pandemic, masks were required in the cancer ward. Masks were required in the cancer ward, the pediatric ICU. I mean, and you've worked in hospitals.
They
They're
still are.
they're not anymore at my mom's hospital. And that's the
Really?
thing that's crazy to me. At some hospitals, they stopped requiring them, quote, big air quotes for people who are just listening, quote, after the pandemic. Um, yeah,
Well, um,
which
the
I think is
hospital
crazy.
the hospital that I work for, you have to mask in oncology suites still. And in NICU, you have to mask. And also, I know I haven't talked about it a lot, but I primarily work in surgery. So you have to be masked all the time, constantly.
Yeah.
And another thing that I enjoyed about one of the main hospitals that I have worked for is, so it's flu related, but if you don't get the flu shot every year, you are mandated to wear a mask 24/7 at work. And if you don't, they take you off the schedule.
No kidding. No kidding. Do
Wow,
I
it's
have
that
a
simple.
do I have a sound effect for that? Do I have a sound effect? I don't even have that. No, I don't. I don't have a sound effect. I need to get more. I have a lot of like funny related ones, but I don't have any like serious. Well, I have
We need
dramatic
like a
music.
mic drop.
I have dramatic music.
We need a Vogue to it. Perfect.
Anyway. I'm still dying. You got fiber internet in your body. I'm an Ethernet cable.
You are the Ethernet. Let me just plug into you.
I am the Ethernet. Yeah, I filled up 2 of those cards for COVID shots and then stopped doing it because like they just would be in my CVS portal. But yeah, love the boosters. Can't recommend them enough. I think my whole thing is like if you want to be anti-vax, cool. If you would like to do that to yourself or save yourself or whatever, that's cool. However, I don't want to see you in public with a bare face. I don't want to see what your mouth looks like. I think you should have a mask on at all times. Public health is, I mean, it's something you can study in school. Like one of my husband's friends is a public health professor, and when all of our family and friends were stopping masking, she was still masking, and we like will go out to dinner with her outdoors still. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna look to see what the public health professor's doing. I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna look to see what healthcare workers are. Well, and that's a whole nother conversation. Is that lots of healthcare workers have stopped masking, and I think people look to them as an example. And so I often get well, my doctor doesn't mask anymore. Why should I?
If we have a patient with COVID, we have to mask though. COVID or the flu, we treat it just like if a patient came in with tuberculosis. Like you have to mask still. Why? Because it's dangerous.
Oh, speaking of other illnesses, fucking measles is back in my area. Fucking measles.
Vaccinate your children, numbnuts.
That's put it on a fucking t-shirt. Seriously. It is wild to me that we essentially basically eradicated illnesses, and now people are like, no, I won't get a vaccine. And these are the same people who will drink like the tutti frutti pinkety drinkety from Starbucks and like, oh my, what was the episode? Oh my God, it was on The Pit. So they were like, a woman was turning yellow and she was like, yeah, I take 2 spoonfuls of turmeric a day.
Yeah,
and they were like, okay.
That.
They were like, that much for your body is not good. And she was like, oh. They were like,
think that they know better
your organs
than
are shutting down. And yeah. They're literally like, your organs are shutting down, man. She's like, why I take turmeric every day with rose hip oil. Hey, here's another hot take coming at you hot right now. Here, wait, hot off the presses. My hot take is this is not medieval times. We are not churning butter with clay. We're not making wine with our feet anymore. No one is dying
of dysentery anymore.
No one's dying of dysentery on the Oregon Trail. We are not dying of the Black Plague. We don't live with rats. Hey, it's not medieval times anymore. We have the tools, we have the technology. And for those of you who want to use religion as a shield, those of you who want to use religion as an excuse for poor behavior because of some weird interpretation of a text that was written by a bunch of white dudes who were not actually there at the time, hey, stop it.
Yeah, please.
There was a story we used to tell. I taught first graders Sunday school because I love kids. Yeah. And so I was a volunteer. Yeah. We can get into Catholicism too if we have time. But yeah, I taught Sunday school first graders for like 7 years. I volunteered while I was in school. I loved it. I love kids. But one of the stories we told them, because they're first graders, so like, you don't tell them about going to hell, which I don't believe in, by the way, but you tell them about like being kind to each other. My version of Catholicism is like the first grade version, like be kind to each other, like be a good person, donate. Yeah. And one of the stories that we told was about a guy who there was a flood and he's like drowning in his home and somebody comes in a boat to help him. And he's like, oh no, that's cool. I'm waiting for God. I'm waiting for a sign from God. And the person in the boat's like, okay, and like drives off.
Yeah.
And then somebody else comes to help him. And he's like in a raft or something. And the guy's like, oh, no worries. I'm waiting for God. And then the guy finally is like trapped on his roof because the water's risen so high. And somebody in a helicopter comes and is like, hey, we're here to rescue you. And the guy goes, oh, no, thanks. I'm waiting for a sign from God. The guy dies. The guy dies. And at the pearly white gates goes, hey, God, I was waiting for a sign from you. And God was like, hey, I sent you 3. Those are people trying to help you.
Yeah.
So my message to you is, if you believe in God, then you should believe in science. Because if you believe that people are God's creation, people invented science, I believe that God would care about public health more than a lot of you bitches. And that's my
Yeah.
hot take.
You know what? I second that hot take. Hook, line, and sinker. Seconded.
That's on being raised Catholic. Oh, you were also, do you want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, we can talk about it. I was raised a Roman Catholic, baby.
Here, wait. I need the I need the Catholics rise up, Catholic heads tap in, Bible heads.
Please don't go.
Please don't. No, seriously. What was that experience like for you? That's a loaded
Actually,
question.
yeah, I have a lot. So I was born and raised into Catholicism.
Mhm.
We stopped going to church actively when I was 16.
Okay.
We got a new preacher is what happened. We
Mm.
love Father Ray. We stand him. We love him still to this day. Love him, Father Ray.
Shout out
Shout
Father
out Father
Ray.
Ray. Okay.
He's listening to the pod.
Never. Also, this is coming from someone. I will preface all this by saying that I'm spiritual now. Like, I'm not a religious person. I'm not Catholic anymore, but I was born and raised Catholic. And I think being born and raised Catholic is exactly why I'm just spiritual now.
We're
But
literally the same person.
yeah, for real. Um, I mean, I was baptized. I went through reconciliation, and then I went through confirmation as well.
Yo, same. What a pipeline.
What a fucking pipeline. What a pipeline. We actually stopped going because the new preacher that we had decided to do a whole sermon on, this is another episode, I swear to God. I do a whole sermon on how homosexuality was wrong and
Nope.
preached it at my mother the entire time.
Nope.
And
Delete
the
it.
whole
Delete it,
the
bulb.
whole yeah, the whole community, the whole church knew that my mom's a lesbian. Like, she's been a lesbian since I was like 2 years old. That's when she came out. So everybody in the community knew, even if people didn't accept it, at this church that we had been at since I was a literal baby.
You got dunked in the holy
Nobody,
water there from
yep,
the start.
basically drowned, you know,
They're
and
really
that
dunking kids these days.
they really are, and like holding them under for a little bit too
That's
long.
crazy.
Yeah.
We just got like a little like dusting.
Yeah, just like a little bit of
Little sprinkle
salt
sprank.
bay, a holy water bay.
Flinging incense. They're just kind of like doing it out to the crowd.
War flashbacks to Ash Wednesday, and like the
Yo,
frankincense thing.
the one day
And down the,
Catholics really want people to know they're Catholic. Yeah, I stopped going to
yeah,
school with the ash on my forehead in like middle school, but
same.
there were some people who'd come in like high school with the ash on the forehead. I'm like, oh, are we still doing that, guys?
Because we shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know. And Palm Sunday, hey, Palm Sunday people, tap in. Um, Catholicism is weird.
Yeah.
Catholicism, similarly, I would consider myself spiritual, leaning toward agnostic. I think if there's anything out there, I'm not smart enough, to be the one to say this is exactly what it is. And I believe in science, and I think that spirituality and science can coexist. Hey, people, tap in, get your shots. Stop bringing back fucking measles and polio. Anyway, um,
I don't know about
anyway,
you. I don't want polio. I promise you
hey,
don't want polio either. So please
hey,
shut up and get your shot.
we just got the last dude out of the iron lung. Well, when I say get out, he died. But we just got the last dude out of the iron lung. Okay, Do y'all seriously want to be in an iron lung?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, and I can be an edgelord and like pictures look cool. Don't be an
An
iron lung for
edgelord?
clout. That's not the right kind of clout. Just in case you're curious, it's not the right kind of clout.
An
You don't want to
iron
be.
lung for clout.
Don't do it. This episode is masking iron lungs and devout devout Catholicism.
You know, do you want to talk about being autistic as hell? Catholicism, I don't know. I think we should save the rest of our Catholicism talk for when Meg's back. I feel like we're gonna do like a religion episode. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think that she wasn't Catholic, but it would be fun to do. Well, fun is a subjective word, but it would be fun to do. Fun to do an episode about at least how we were raised religiously.
Yeah.
Which Catholicism, being raised in Catholicism, is a whole different animal. I will definitely say that.
Yeah. I think I appreciated my mom always said to us, and I mean, she always said she was like an a la carte Catholic. Like, we didn't believe in hell. There was a lot of
Yeah,
stuff. Like my mom's very pro-choice.
yeah.
Um,
I
and
mean,
I
my mom's a
yeah.
lesbian and all those things as well, and we were still doing the whole Catholic Church thing. So,
Yeah. So my mom always told us she wanted us to give us like a foundation in
mhm.
something, like
Yeah,
just some foundation in spirituality, and then we could kind of pick our own path. And I think that's valid. Like I personally, I plan on baptizing my kids. Maybe that's like a controversial take, but I think that like
you do whatever you want to do
I'm
though, because
spiritual enough to dunk them.
yeah, I think at the end of the day,
Can't hurt.
I'm glad that I was baptized, even though I don't align myself with Christianity. I know a lot about it. People like to challenge me on threads, and I love it when they do because you know what? In college, I took more than two. I don't remember exactly how many. It was either three or four. So more than two religion classes. And not only that, but I was raised Catholic. And if you think we weren't reading the Bible in Sunday school, you are sorely mistaken because it was being drilled into us like left
Yeah.
and right.
And the
Um,
same people who were like, being gay is a sin. I'm like, okay, and so is being left-handed in the Bible. Like,
literally.
it's,
Also,
yeah,
God, there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff, and I love when people try to challenge me because I love to debate about it. People think I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to religion, and that's one of my favorite things is when people think you don't know what you're talking about and they try to hit you with a fact, and you're like, okay,
yeah. I love how people who think that people who are anti-religion just don't know what it's about, and it's like people who are anti-religion are anti for a reason. It's because they
yeah.
were there,
The
they were there,
majority
weren't like it.
of Exactly. The majority of agnostic people and atheist people know far more about religion than the most devout Christians. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
That's my hot take.
Yeah. It's also important to study different religions. Like I took world
100%.
civilization courses that were all about like we read the Quran and
Yeah.
we talked about all different kinds of faiths and it's I think important to open your worldview and understand that like your understanding of God is not or God's is not the same as everyone else's
Yep.
and
I
yeah.
remember what I was going to say. I had a
No, go
ADHD
for
blank
it.
moment. I'm glad that I was baptized. I did
Oh
not
yeah, dunking the
baptize.
kids.
Yeah, I didn't baptize my child. I want it to be his choice. That's totally fine. I mean, that's just what we decided to do in raising him. Um, but we also didn't really raise him in a prescribed religion.
Yeah.
And that's going to probably piss off some people, but I don't care. I was born and raised Catholic. His dad was born and raised Southern Baptist. We weren't going to do that to him. So we raised him. If he had questions, we would answer them, or we would tell him, like, we can get a book. We can talk to someone else if you have
Mhm.
these questions. Like he wanted to go to church, so he started going to church because he wanted to figure out what it was about. We let that be completely his decision. But one of my favorite things, and this is a little bit of a community break, I guess, when he was really little, he would choose what God he believed in during the week. So
Mhm.
one week he would worship Zeus, and the
God of
next
the
would be like,
week.
yeah, it would be like
Wait,
Thor, and then
no. Wait, no, I love that. Like we're doing Persephone this week.
yeah, and he chose. So it was Thor a lot. I will just say it was Thor a lot,
Love
and
that.
Zeus. We love like Thor and Zeus. They were it, and then we got Ares a couple times as well.
I love
Because
it.
like
He's like, I'm into gods, the god of war.
exactly the god of a war. What
I love
also
that.
the god of Zeus? Are you kidding me? I can wield lightning. What little boy doesn't want to?
That's actually
That,
incredible. And I think that that's my new spirituality.
yeah,
I'm
hell
not even
yeah,
kidding. Have you played Hades, the video game?
yeah. One and two.
Yo.
Richness.
So I haven't finished two, but my husband finished two, so I know you won't spoil anything if you tell
Okay,
me.
I won't tell you still, but girl,
Crazy. I do think it's kind
I
of
love the
so
Hades games.
I love them too. I
They're
didn't
so
think that
good.
two could be as cool as one.
Yeah,
And
I was
then
nervous
yeah,
when two first came out because I loved one so much. I mean, I love the roguelike. I love just how it's set up in general. I love the graphics. Like I have a crush on all of them, probably.
yeah,
Um, well, not all of them.
mythology sexual.
Yeah, that's I'm mythology sexual. Have you seen a Venus? Tell me. Have you seen how they build the Greek statues?
Greek gods. Anytime I'm feeling down about my body or my weight, my voice just like cracked.
Your voice is like no.
My voice is like, no, actually keep that as an inside thought. Anytime I'm feeling down with my body, I look at Italian marble sculptures and sculptures of the gods, and I'm like, yeah, it is giving that. I really am like, it is
Yeah.
giving that.
So my gay awakening was Xena Warrior Princess, but for the sake of this
Yo,
conversation, my gay awakening was actually just marble statues of women.
iconic art history. Oh my god, what was my gay awakening? I'm gonna have to think about that.
Ooh, that would be fun for. Oh,
Ooh,
I kind of missed out on the whole Pride Month for that,
we
but
totally
every
did.
month
We
is
should have
Pride Month
done
when you're
that.
gay. So
Literally. I was like, second Pride Month, perhaps October, Halloween. I do think that we should have like a Pride Month 2 Electric Boogaloo every year in October because
yeah.
gay theater kids would have
Oh
a
my God,
heyday. Hello.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I'm actually so excited. We're moving toward the end of the year and I think we're going to be there before Halloween.
Oh
And
yay!
girl,
Halloween's my
the
favorite holiday ever.
It's my favorite, and we live like in a townhouse right now, and there's like a few kids around, but the neighborhood's so small that like kids will come up to our door 3 or 4 times and pretend like they haven't been here
Oh,
before, and I give them candy every single time.
of
But
course.
we only have like a handful of kids here, and so I'm excited because where we're moving, there it's like more of like a family neighborhood, and
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
yeah, but yeah, I love like getting dressed up or at least handing out candy, and yeah, I'm very excited to have like a porch to decorate
We
and
should like
get into
coordinate
it.
our costumes from afar.
Yo, I have a cat named Gomez, so I have a Morticia costume. I don't think I fit into it. I got it one year.
You
I
have
need
all
to
you
get like
need for Morticia, which is the attitude and the tits.
true action period. Period. Anyway, Italian marble sculptures. Anytime I'm feeling down, I'm like, and I am that statue. Like have you seen the one of Juliet in Verona?
Yes.
People touch her boob for good luck. And I think my gay awakening was when we were there and my mom was like, "Ooh, get a picture touching her boob." And I was like, "No."
No, mom.
No.
What do you mean touch a boob?
I went to like the gay club in high school and I was like, "I'm an ally." And then I mean, that's like the straight to gay pipeline, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, showed up as an ally, left a bisexual. And yeah, and
That's how
yeah.
it's done.
Bada bing bada boom, that's the gay agenda. That's how we turn gay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize I was, and then I was suddenly. Yeah, I don't know how it happens. It just kind of
It just
I don't know.
it really is just an awakening. It just happens. I
Yeah.
mean, have you seen women? Like,
Hey, have you seen boobs? Um my mom's gonna
where's the
listen to
question
this.
there?
My mom's gonna listen to this. Um no, yeah, we got to do a whole episode on that too. It's like yeah, oh my god, we've covered so much in this episode.
Yeah, we're just
We
yapping.
just
It's a
we're
yap
just
sesh.
yapping. This is really a true yap sesh. We had like a topic planned and I mean, I guess we
We
covered masking. We could do probably like a 5-part series on masking for public health, and it's
autism.
absolutely crazy to me. I will just say, like, if you're listening to this, I know we have a lot of fellow public health divas, COVID informed baddies out there.
Hell yeah.
I've talked a lot about, and I've gotten a great response when I've talked about, like, there's this grief that you have. You kind of grieve, like, obviously we all want the life that we had before, like, February 2020. Um, Obviously it would be great to go back there, but I also think that being adaptable and persistent is important, and being community minded. And I just, if you are feeling the grief of, like, that life, but also the grief of losing community who cares for you, we're here for you. COVID informed baddies, tap in. Um, I think it's important. I'm just gonna sound like a politician now more than ever. It really is important to be masking. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but there are disabled people whose lives matter. I think it's crazy how we just decided, oh, well, there was like a time when people were saying, oh, well, it only affects disabled people and the elderly. And it was like, so
Do you
you're
know how
cool
many
with us
people?
dying? Like,
Yeah.
there was
Like, do you
like,
know how many
there's
people are disabled?
I think it's the eugenics for me. That really gets me about the situation is that people suddenly decided that some lives were worth more than others.
Yeah, which is fucked up
Which
because
is not sudden. People have been doing that forever. That's a whole other episode. But, like, as far as, like, public health and disabled people are concerned, eugenics has always been a problem. But yeah, and also pandemics are also often a precursor to fascism. That's like a whole topic we could get into. I need to write a Substack about that. But, like, could get into, like, the flu pandemic being a precursor for Hitler's rise to power. Anyway, that's another episode. Um, but yeah, mask up if you can. Also, I think it's important to know there's no perfect kind of masking. I think if you mask, like, on public transport in the grocery store, that's a great start. You're not just protecting yourself, you're protecting other people. And if you want to hang out with friends, but then wear a mask to the grocery store, that's amazing.
yeah.
I've had friends who have been like, who have told me they've watched my videos and they've been like, actually, you're right. I've started wearing a mask, like, on the subway now. And I'm like, that's amazing. Like, you probably passed like 50 to 100 people during that time and you
Yeah.
got none of them sick. Like, that's amazing. I've had friends who have taken their mask off at work and gotten sick and they're like, you know what, never again.
Mhm.
Or I'm going to start
Me.
masking at work because everybody got sick. And
I've done that.
it's, love it.
I
It's
myself have done it.
effective.
Like, the thing is you can get sick from anywhere and anything. And in light of it being Disability Pride Month,
Yeah,
um,
Disability Pride Month.
you know, care about your disabled people more often. Like, you preach to people about being ableist, but then you think that people are stupid for wearing masks.
Yo,
So,
the amount of people who are saying that being anti-generative AI is ableist.
uh,
Talk
oh,
about an episode topic.
I think I just had a stroke.
There's a meme. What is it? I need to look it up now. There's one. It's about James Bond having a stroke, and it's.
Fuck.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. It's like Bond
Stroke
James,
one.
James Bond Bond, Bond
Having a
James
stroke.
Bond.
Yes. So it's sorry, this is a weird tangent, but this was like one of my vocal stems for like a month. The Bond's name, James name. Please to what? Bond's name the James. Are you all right? Bames non's having a stronk. Call the bondulance.
Call the Bondulance.
Call
Just,
the bondulance. Anyway, call the bondulance is one of my vocal stems. Speaking
I
of
love
autistic
that.
and masking.
Oh yeah,
Do we want to talk about autistic masking for like a little bit before we go?
yeah, we can. I mean, autistic masking is a part of my nearly everyday life. So, especially being a healthcare professional, sometimes it's a weird position to be in when you openly talk about being autistic and people go, "Oh, I didn't know you were autistic." And I used to think that was a good thing. But the older I've gotten, the more it kind of hurts my feelings when that happens.
Aw.
Like, it makes me feel really, it's complicated. It's really convoluted because okay, I'm that was the point of me masking, was so that you didn't know. But at the same time, it's sometimes when it's said, it's almost said in such a negative way that it's like, well, why do you think of me differently just because you now know I'm autistic because I told you that I am?
It's said very much
Or,
with the tone that's like, "Oh, I thought you were normal," is definitely like
yeah,
the tone of
yeah,
when they say it. It's like, "You were
yeah,
performing so well for me. I thought that like you were a
right,
normie."
right. And also, like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, masking is it's important. I mean, I guess you don't have to mask. I be however you want to be. Honestly, I
Some people
mask
do it
in
for
my
safety.
profession.
Some
Yeah,
environments
exactly.
it's not safe to. Like I mask at
Yeah,
work all the time and I work with creatives. So like hi, pretty much the entire department is. But like we still have to uphold like the corporate theater of it all. The like please kindly see my last email, that whole
yeah,
vibe. So yeah, I mask at work.
yeah. I mask at work too. I mean, honestly, if you don't, doctors like don't listen to you
Power
anyway.
to you.
Doctors don't listen to you anyway, no matter what. But if they know you're autistic or something, they lean on that. They're just like, oh, well, you're just autistic, so why should I take what you're listening to? Well, that's probably part exactly why you should listen to what I'm telling you because I've obsessed about this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I do feel like I have to mask in certain situations to be taken seriously because I think that I mean there's still a huge stigma. And I mean back to the I'm tying it all together. I'm tying it all together. Back to vaccinations. A doctor published false data, a completely inaccurate article. He had his license taken away, saying that there was a link between vaccines and autism.
Oh
It has
yeah.
been disproven. It was disproven immediately. He had his license removed. However, that
People still harp on it.
the way it's like permeated, I feel like anti-vax people saw that as like, oh, this is it. This is what we're
Yep,
using. This is going to be the thing for us.
they
And
do.
it's not real. And there are still people like there was I keep referencing the pit, like it's like real. Uh Wiley's mom is actually a nurse. Fun fact. The lead of the pit. Anyway, I
Yeah,
digress. But they had an episode where she was like, "Don't give my son a vaccine. He's gonna get autism. I don't want my son to get
yeah.
autism." And it's like, I'm so fatigued by anti-vaxxers using that as an excuse. Sorry, I just
Oh, me too.
your Twilight
Oh,
moment.
my Twilight, my coffee that I'm just like nursing over here.
I just saw Robert Pattinson go up, and I just completely lost my train of thought.
Sorry. This is
So,
the thought of a killer, Bella.
this is the thought of a killer, Bella. Um, but yeah, vaccinate your kids. Vaccines don't cause
Please.
autism.
Tylenol also doesn't cause autism, you fucking idiots.
Yo,
Please.
acetaminophen, which fun fact. Oh my God, I have a fun fact. And we've talked about living in the US and UK. Fun fact, in the UK, it's paracetamol.
It is.
It is a different generic because and this is my husband's fun fact because he's a PhD in biophysics, but it's because they do like the chemistry. It's I mean it's the exact same. It's the exact same, but they the way that they write their compounds is different. So there's like a different route that goes first. So like acetaminophen, paracetamol, like you can kind of see how the words are similar, but they write it
Aceta.
differently there.
Yeah.
Fun
Also,
fact.
I would love to actually talk about, well, I think that would probably just be a me thing, so never mind. Because, like, it tickles my healthcare fancy. The differences in medications and, like, what's allowed over the counter here, or not
Yeah.
here. Well, I
Well,
guess
and
here, it doesn't
also
fucking
well, and
matter. Here to
also
there,
the way that
like,
things aren't allowed here that are standard in other countries. Like Canada has better
yeah,
toothpaste than we do. Other countries have better sunscreen. We actually, the FDA just approved a sunscreen ingredient that's been uh, in the EU for years. That's more effective than our sunscreen.
yeah, which is crazy. But, like, so just the differences in things you can get over the counter in
Mhm.
general. But
Yeah.
you know how in America we have uh, giant bottles of ibuprofen and aspirin and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. It's not like that in the UK. You can't get that in the UK. So I remember one of the first times I went into a pharmacy in the UK to get like a bottle of ibuprofen, because you can just get like 30, 60, 180, 300 count bottles of ibuprofen in the
Oh yeah.
US. I went to the pharmacy just to grab one. No, that's not a thing. I think the max you can get in the UK is, I don't want to quote it, but I'm fairly certain the max you can get is 12 or 24 in a box, and that's the
Oh, okay.
absolute max amount of capsules that you can get at a time. And
That's
a
not
fun
terrible.
no, it's not terrible. I mean, honestly, you don't need, it's really cheap. Like, you don't need more
America
than
has
that.
an obsession with buying in bulk too, and
Yeah,
like
they do.
massive portion sizes. So like when we get the like FSA store bottle of ibuprofen that's like
Yeah,
ginormous, and then we use it for like 5 years.
exactly. Because like that. I mean, I am guilty of that too. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with buying it how you do in the UK either. I just thought that
Hmm.
was really interesting, like just the very small differences in that. And also, random fact for you, codeine is a prescription drug in the US. And in the UK you can get it over the counter.
Whoa,
You can just get it over the counter in the UK because it's not like a thing.
crazy.
It's not a thing in the UK, really. But in the US, like people abuse it. Shocker. But so
Sugar.
yeah. Random
Wow.
fact for no reason, because that's one of my interests.
I love that. I love that. It's a special interest. I think I posted about the other day how I didn't realize I was autistic. I think, well, we can do a whole episode on this with
I
Meg
would
too,
love
because
to.
we
Yeah,
because
I would
we
love to.
all have experiences with this. But my younger sibling was diagnosed before me. Um, I honestly, for a long time, I was like, I am lower support needs than my siblings, so I was like, I clearly don't. I'm not autistic.
Yeah.
Um, I am. Um, my mom always gets on me. She's always like, "You didn't want to say you were autistic." And I'm like, "Yeah, because I think there was like a lot of shame around it still." And like I
Still
sat in
is.
therapy sessions for my sibling and I was like, "Oh, well, clearly my experience is different, so that's not what I have." Um, and I think there's like obviously still a stigma and I've accepted my identity now. But also looking back, I'm like, why did it take so many generations later to figure out that like this is an autistic family? Like my mom had me on 100 trains in my first year as a living
Yeah.
breathing human because she published a magazine for a model train company in Germany. And looking back, I'm like, oh, hi.
Yeah. That was it. That's the moment.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we make the joke that's like there's so much like autism in my family, we could like own a train line. Um, but I mean, I know that's like a joke that like autistic people like trains. Trains
Yeah.
fucking rock. Can we talk about trains? We
Trains
were talking
do
about
rock.
trains before this,
We
before we started
were
recording. Yeah.
trains and sharks. Oh wait, specifically trains. We weren't talking
Trains and
about sharks.
sharks.
I texted about sharks, I think.
It's almost Shark Week for both of us.
Ugh.
Ugh.
The luteal phase just comes out of my mouth.
Jump scare. We start the call and go, oh
Colors
my
beware.
God. Yo. Oh my God, I can't believe we're recording. It's almost going to be like an hour and 20 minutes. I guess we should probably wrap it up. I don't know
I
how
guess
to
so.
even end this. We've kind of been all over the
Oh dear.
place, but
Oh,
yeah.
well, for anybody listening to this, hopefully by this time you'll have already potentially sent us some questions or anonymous posts or
Oh yeah.
confessions, but we do have an NGL link. We will regularly post it on our threads page, and maybe we could even make an Instagram story with it as well so people can see it on there.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
We
that's such
would
a good point you bring up. Also, y'all, you fuckers need to subscribe to the podcast. Hey,
please.
you guys need to subscribe. I had a message from Spotify the other day and they were like, "Don't forget to remind people to subscribe. You have listeners who are not subscribed to you." And I was like, "Hey, you
Like
bitches
and
need to
subscribe.
subscribe. Hey, leave a comment down below.
Yeah,
Subscribe,
subscribe.
follow, whatever
Like
it
and
says."
subscribe.
Yeah.
We're
Click
worth it.
smash that like button, huh?
We're worth it.
We're worth it.
We are new and up and coming, and we like to yap, but you know what? You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we've had over 100 views and only 20 followers on Spotify. So, hey, you bitches need to turn out. You need to turn out. Things are happening. We're going to be famous eventually. So,
We
you
will
guys
be.
need to tap in, get on the train before it leaves the station. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
Oh, I need that sound effect. I totally need a choo choo sound
A
effect.
train whistle.
I'll
You
get
have
one of
to.
those before the autism episode.
Yay.
All I have is the Shrek one that I did for Meg.
What
Oh, yeah.
are you doing in my swamp?
I love it. It's so
Um,
good.
but yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, like, subscribe, follow us. Oh, we had another segment we wanted to do. Women supporting women.
Women supporting women.
Supporting women.
Yes. I would love, we're going to do a new segment at the end of each episode. Women supporting women, talk about a woman owned business. If you are a woman that has a business or a blog or whatever, drop your links below. We'd love to check it out. We'd love to rep you. We would love to
Yeah.
post about you. Women should be supporting women. And that's period.
Yeah.
Period.
My woman-owned business of the day. We were talking about the UK, so I'll actually I'll talk about the earrings I'm wearing today. Actually made by a UK designer. She's G1000 Jewelry on Instagram. She makes earrings for drag. There are a lot of drag race stars who have worn them on RuPaul's Drag Race. I found her because she makes Juno Birch's earrings.
We love to.
And yeah, Juno Birch tagged her in something once, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, we're getting into it. So yeah, this is like a custom she made me a year ago, and they're like campy and incredible, and that is the women-owned business I'm shouting out today.
Hell yeah. We should do one per episode. Would love to shout out woman-owned businesses.
But yeah, this has been a fun special episode, just two of us. I think we did all right. Meg will be back next week. Meg was just traveling. So yeah, this was fun.
Yeah, this was fun. Yeah.
This was
A cute little all over the place yap sesh. We sort of mostly stayed on topic. I'm actually really proud of us. So.
I'm proud of us. Yeah, we mostly stayed on topic and we didn't interrupt each other that much, even though it was an autistic episode.
Yeah, which is crazy, actually. Big ups to us.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, anyway, Liz, you want to close us out? Or wait, you said it last episode.
I did, so you should close us out. Do the honors, please.
Women don't owe you shit.
Women
Thank you so much for listening to the Feral Femmes podcast. We've been Carly and Liz, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Bye.